Hey, what's up guys? It's Edward here and welcome back to another video. This is not a gaming video or a skip video. This is I guess you could say this is sort of a thank you video. My journey as being a YouTuber has been a great trip. Yesterday, Friday, I reached 100 subscribers and I think that's pretty amazing given my journey. So yeah, we're going to talk about my journey a bit of how, me being a YouTuber. It all started when I was watching a lot of YouTubers gain lots of views, and the only thing is about YouTube, I don't do it for the views. I've done it more for just entertainment, hanging out with my friends because I'm 19 and I still like hanging out with my friends. So anyway, my journey all started when I first created my first YouTube channel, which was going to be called Bear Gaming, but I was too young to understand, so I never really uploaded. But then when it reached to me getting older, I finally wanted to finally give YouTube a try, given the fact that I grew older through over the years. So I made a YouTube channel on my laptop, and I started. Uh, I've had a lot of names throughout the years. Mutant Team Leader 2016. Also, I'm sorry if you can't really see me that well. It's because of the I'm sitting by the window. And also, just to point this out, where I'm actually recording from. What's this? Yeah, I play keyboard now. I get lessons every Thursday, and I don't think I ever revealed that, which I think is kind of funny. So, anyway, I started my channel. I think in about 2022 I started, or 2023, I don't know. But I started out as Mutant Team Leader 2016, and my first ever video was very, very cringe. It's all like, "Hello, Scooby Doobers, and welcome to my channel." I'll leave the video in the. I'll leave the link in the description and that video. I think it was kind of funny. Then I just ended up I was just making random videos like world's biggest burps in the world. Pretty much any of the first videos that I ever made during out my career was probably they were all first done. Funny fact is, just you guys never know this, but I didn't actually use my phone to record any of my videos because my channel wasn't even created on my phone. It was actually created on my laptop. So pretty much any of the videos you have seen me record, they were all on my laptop. Very low quality. But I've done it for many. But I did it for many years. I did it for Hello Neighbor. I did it for Benny and the Ink Machine and lots of other stuff. And then eventually, some years after that, I became I wasn't really settled on on my on my YouTube channel name, so instead I changed to Batman the Prankster General 579. And if you're wondering where I actually got that name from, it was off of a little line of a Pub Academy. It was a video, the Prank Master General, but I didn't want to go Prank Master. I went for Prankster General, then 579, which is a random number which I came up with on the spot. And then a few years after that, I really was. I wasn't. My name just still wasn't really fitting, as I wasn't really. I never really. I've never really been settled into Batman. I watched the films, but I've never really been settled in it. So instead, I changed a few years after that, and I became Prankster Bear with Blazing Gatling Gun 59, the longest YouTube name which I ever had. If you were familiar where I actually got that name from, that was actually just from an image which I found online where there was literally a grizzly bear literally holding a Gatling gun, literally like that. And yeah, but then I just shortened it down and I became Prankster Bear 59. And that's the history of my names. As for videos, pretty much I kind of just taught myself how to edit videos, but I got some tips along with some friends. Eventually, first how I started to edit videos. Well, this is actually now here's the story of how I actually got into the tips of recording and editing videos. So, how I started recording videos, I learned how to screen record. I started using OBS Studio, but eventually that didn't work out. And my first actual editing software, you might notice this, but my first editing software was not CapCut, it was actually Filmora. Yeah, I started to use Filmora, but I didn't have a bank account back then, so um, I think some of the videos have like the Filmora watermark over it, and which I think is kind of annoying. But I kept the videos on there because they were really worth making, even though the watermark was on there, but they were still worth making. And then eventually, I stopped using Filmora a few years after that. Eventually, I started with CapCut, and yeah, that was a hell of a journey with CapCut. I took a few years adapting to the editing skills, the text, and all that. And I have the paid version, which means it allows me to do more things. So I've CapCut Pro. Yeah, so that's my journey with editing. My journey with filming. Like I said, I started with OBS Studio, and eventually it just stopped working. Like it just kept slowing my video. And actually, this is why I stopped using my laptop. Eventually, my old laptop, it was getting really old, and my camera actually wasn't working. It was literally just slowing down my videos. It was just making them go really slow, and I could never figure out why. But I have a different laptop, but I don't use my laptop to record videos anymore. I just use my phone. So anyway, now back to my journey of recording videos. So I use OBS Studio, which I stopped, and then I eventually what I used after that for there was this little screen recorder app. I don't actually know if it actually exists anymore, which I used to use to record my laptop. I stopped using it because eventually it upgraded, and you have to pay to make longer videos. So eventually, I stopped using it. Right. Then and then eventually I wanted to start recording things on my Xbox. So this old technique, which I don't actually do anymore because it was making my videos go at low quality. So on your phone, you can get like the Xbox app, and what you can do is you can connect your phone, and it will look like you're actually playing the game, but you're still in control using your Xbox controller. And I used to do it like that. I had this screen recorder unlimited, and I just press the button, and then I just connect my phone up to the Xbox, and that's how I recorded most of the flood videos, which I did with the Nightmare Preps Leader and Shiba Inu with AK-47. But eventually, I had to stop because the problem was not only they were coming out a lot out of low quality, but also I eventually got the password. Problem is, Xbox app, they changed it with the whole connection your phone up to the Xbox. You have to do it from the web, but the problem is I don't know the password, so I stopped using it. So eventually, I had to do. Xbox has this little screen recorder. Well, no, it has this thing where it records game clips up to 10 minutes. And it doesn't capture your voice, but it captures the game's audio. And how I record the voice lines, I don't use my laptop, I use my phone. Well, I used my phone for a few years, but eventually when it came to my birthday this year, I got an iPad. So now I record all the voice lines on my iPad. And that is my full journey. So the only reason why I'm making this video is because I want to just say thank you for everyone that has joined me on my journey of being a content creator. And I also want to thank all the actors that ever joined up in my videos, such as the Warner Master, the Nightmare Preps Leader, Shiba Inu with AK-47. There used to be Brooklyn, but Brooklyn wasn't an actor. He was one we used to call Fortnite players, but I'm not actually in contact with him anymore. And yeah, and that's my that was my journey. So seriously, guys, I want to say thank you. I love you all. You've been amazing throughout the years, and this is a thank you video. I didn't really put much effort into this video. I only made one cut because I did something stupid, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and here's my farewell